Hi everyone, I've tested Canadian trade balance, the reports today, and now I'm testing United States trade balance, which actually is the same day. And I'm using bonds on that one, and I'm using two dates I'm going to check, March 4th and June 3rd. So let's take a look at March 4th first. My charts are all set up. I'm using a bracket of 3 on the bonds, a stop of 5. Tight targets, just using 3 and 9 on my two targets. Okay, so two positions. Stop of 5 ticks. Let's see if there's any movement on U.S. trade balance. We've never traded this report, so I'm just...
Order pending. Order filled.
Look at that. It's got immediate movement using the bonds. So the first test, very powerful, very nice little trade. And let's go to... we're not looking necessarily to make money. Keep in mind, we're just looking for good movement. Just looking for good movement. Let's check our entry. So around 8:30, we really should check the range chart to make sure our entry was correct. We had 163.22, 19. So the question is, where did this bar open? Where did the 30 bar open? But we really want to check the range chart on this, and the reason for that is the range chart gives you a real honest entry. It shows you if your bracket was broken to the downside or the upside. So let's check and see. Okay, we want to be on 829.57. We put our data box on, and at 829, let's see if we can get to 57. We can't, so really we have to check 829.50, and then it goes right to 830. So our initial bar that our strategy starts on opened at 20. Okay, it got to a high of 22, so it didn't break our bracket of 3 and get us in long, and then it just moved downward and got us in short. So that trade was a correct, honest short using simulation. Now our second test is the date of, what do we say, March 4th. If the data is correct, no, we did March 4th, so we're doing 6-3. 6-3. So let's cancel. We'll go to 6-3, 2016, 829, 57 is when I start. 54 is when I start my chart. I made a mistake there, so 54. Okay, it 6-3. So we have to check our instrument. Would be 6Z. Would be Z. Using bonds, ZB 6-3. Let's go 916 and see what the chart looks like. ZB 916. Chart looks pretty good, so we can go with that. There's enough volume. We're at the right time at the bottom of the chart. Let's see what trade balance does. We'll have our tiers in a couple of seconds. The first one
order pending.
Moved real well. So
order filled.
Wow. So trade balance clearly moves the bonds really well with the U.S. Okay, there's no doubt about it. It moves really well. That's Sims. He can't go on $875. What I'm looking for with Sim is real direction. We can double check our our range chart to see if our direction was correct at the time of the trade. The time of the trade was 829. It's always best if you put the data box on, then you get a real test. 829.57. So look, we had 56, and then our bar that actually starts our trade opened at 165. It got to a low of 165 even. It got to a low of 31, so it had 2 ticks of movement. So it seems like if you want to really be safe with this bond trade, you could use a bracket of 4. That will keep you on the right side of the market. If you're going to use U.S. bonds, I'd use a bracket of 4. Okay. Very, very interesting. I did not expect the United States bonds to test as well as the Canadian dollar did on this, because I had done quite a bit of testing with the Canadian dollar. Fascinating. Very fascinating. Okay, so that was a test of the United States trade balance. Thanks, guys and gals. This is Lee Goldstein at JOBB@breakout.net. Lee, L-E-I-G-H at JOBB@breakout.net. Signing out.